Hey guys, welcome to my channel F1 Sports Cards. My name's Glenn and today we're going to be looking at the complete checklist from Chrome 2023. I'm going to share with you some images that are brand new that have just come out to have a look at what some of these cards are going to look like to whet our appetite for February the 16th when Chrome 2023 drops. So let's get right into it. Before we get into today's video, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that's been smashing up the like button on these videos. It really helps the channel grow around the world and I want to grow this F1 collectible card hobby. So make sure you continue to do that if you want to help me on that journey. If you are new to me and this channel, we talk about F1 and F1 collectible cards. So make sure you drop a subscribe so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. You're in safe hands here if you enjoy either of those topics. If you want to get additional content from me, you can follow me over on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all with the name F1 Sports Cards. And you can also join the Facebook group, which is also named F1 Sports Cards, where there's over 4,000 members now. So if you want to ask a question and I can't get to it, I'm sure one of the guys will help you out. So make sure you join that if you want to get the most from the hobby. We've got one of the best communities growing there in the world, in my opinion. If you want to shop for cards 24/7, you can head on over to f1sportscards.com. There is a link in the description down below. You can also use code SLIPSTREAM where you'll get 10% off anything on my website just for being a viewer of this channel. You can also take part in my breaks over on my Whatnot page under the name Hammonds Hobbies. And there's a link in the description down below where if you sign up to Whatnot, you'll get £10 of free credit so that when you take part in my breaks, hopefully we can get you some spots for free. Hey, can't ask for better than that. So that's enough from me selling my stuff. So what I've got for you guys, I actually spent hours and hours and hours creating a spreadsheet that would show every single card in the set as well as every single version that you could pull of it, so you guys can make an informed decision on what sets you want to complete and what parallels you want to chase. So let's have a little look at what we've got in store. We have a 200 card base set. You'll see that I've named all the drivers' cards here, as well as obviously putting the card number down the left hand side. We have F2 drivers. We've got F1 crew, meaning the team bosses. We've got F1 cars, F2 cars. We've got Grand Prix winners, which bearing in mind are always from the year before. We've also got Grand Prix driver of the days. Again, they're from the year before. And then we have F1 award winners, F1 Freshest, which is always their rookie cards for that year. We've got 3 of them this year. F1 Legends, which is a nice touch. This is the first time they've ever introduced this. And that takes us up to 200 cards in the base set. Now, what versions of these could you pull? Out of all of those 200 cards, these are the variations that you can hit of it. You can pull them in base, refractor, checkered flag, the white and black checkered flags, purples out of 399, mini diamonds. Now they're all the same as last year. There's nothing new there that I've just named, but this next one is a brand new parallel that's exclusive for 2023. We have Fruitia Lava. Now I can't pronounce it right, I know that, but I'm gonna have to collect it. So whatever it looks like, I'm going to have to collect that one because it's the brand new parallel for this year. We also have purple checkered flags. We have purple green, which is the short print version. And then we have another brand new parallel for this year, which is Aqua Wave out of 150. So I'm very interested to see how they look. And I may end up completing a whole set of those as well. We have greens out of 99s, gold purples, which are non-numbered. We also have pinks out of 75, same as last year. We have orange reds, short print versions, non-numbered. We have gold flag out of 50, gold out of 50, gold waves, which I believe are the best looking parallels that you can pull out of any F1 card set. I like to complete gold waves from every single year. So if you've got any, drop me a message because I may be interested in buying or trading them with you. We have red greens, which are the Christmas tree looking cards. We have oranges out of 25. We have reds out of 5. We have red flag out of 5. and we have print and plate 101s and superfractor 101s. Now, somebody has actually shared online from the sales sheet that Top send out to normally distributors. I found this on Instagram, so I took a snapshot of it and I thought I'd share it with you guys. We have obviously the brand new parallels that I've just mentioned to you, and also it says here, this is a little bit of a throw off. It says gold checkered flags, hobby only. Now that would imply to me that they're considering making not just hobby boxes, but something else. So maybe that's blaster boxes. That's typically being found with flagship and stuff like that. Or maybe they're going to make chrome light boxes. Now they've said to me previously, we are not making any chrome light versions this year, but who knows? Maybe that's in the pipeline. Same with red checkered flag refractor parallels. Those are hobby only as well. So will they be making another box, a cheaper box? I don't know, but we'll see. We will find out in the next couple of weeks, I assume. So that's the full parallel list. Now that means there is 20 versions of every single card in the 200 checklist. That is massive. Some of you will hate that there's so many variations. Some of you will love it, but it is what it is. That's what we've got. What you can do is obviously now make an informed decision when you're going into your breaks, what you want to collect. So you can actually just say, right, I'm just after mini diamonds, for example. Now, as we go down the list, what I've done is I've actually blanked out all the parallels, and I've locked the panels up the top here, so you'll see that these parallels will move down with me. So as I go down to the 200 mark, you'll see we now enter the image variation category, which is 1 in every 521 packs. You'll see here that there's about 10 image variation celebrations, and you'll see that I've blanked out every single color. That's because typically, unless they do something different this year, image variations in Chrome can only be hit in refractor form. You can only get them as refractors. To hit a colored, like a different color parallel hit of a image variation, you have to open up sapphire boxes. So we're just talking about Chrome in this video. So what I've done is I've blanked out every single parallel beside their names, because I'm pretty certain that they're only going to be available in refractor. So if you want to complete a 200 base set plus all the image variations, the only way you're going to do that is by, if you want them to look uniformed, to complete them all in refractor form, which I've done typically over the last couple of years. So we have Felipe Drogovic in the F2 celebration image variation. That's a 1 in 4,600 pack hit, which is huge. We've got image variations here of each driver, including some of the legends. Ayrton Senna, Michael Schumacher are in that. So they're going to be huge image variations. Those are 1 in 469 packs, so a little bit easier to pull than the celebration variations. But essentially, let's group these all together and call them image variations. That's it. That's, you know, I don't want to say, oh, that's a celebration one and that's a normal one, that's an F2 one. They're all, to me, they're image variations. That means there's about 20 to 21 image variations this year. That is mind blowing, because usually there's between 8 and 10 image variations each year. This year it's double that. So this is going to be a tough set to get a complete set of. I'm just saying that straight off the bat. We then move into the Art Duo cards. You guys know Art Duo cards from last year, so they've continued. They've got 5 new images. The one that's for this year is a Miami image, but if you actually want to see what the others look like, if you look at the sticker album from 2023, they actually have, maybe I'll put an image up on screen here now, the Art Duos look like. Now, the Miami one that they've shared already online looks exactly like the Miami one from the sticker album, so you would imagine they're going to use exactly the same images for the other one. So we already know what the Art Duos are going to look like. I'll share that image on here now so you guys can have a look at it. We then start moving into the inserts for the set. With the first insert set that we have here is Autos of 1977. That's a 1 in 6 hit. They typically come in refractor format. You can't get them in base. But then when we move across the parallel list, you can get them in gold out of 50, gold wave out of 50, orange out of 25, red out of 5, printing plates, and superfractors. So that's something to bear in mind. If you want to complete a whole set, you're looking at minimum out of 50 and upwards. You can also get the camber cards. I've actually got an image of a camber card here. This is a Carlos Sainz camber card. Looks pretty cool. It's sort of like the car on a drift angle. But there's, for some reason, and I don't know why, some of the drivers have one of these. Some of them have 4. I don't know why. I don't know how different they're going to be, but there you go. But these are 1 in every 3 packs. These are not rare. You are going to hit these in box breaks and you're not going to know what to do with them all. Nobody's going to want to buy them because they're going to be hit so many times. So we're going to see loads and loads of these. The only time these start to become rare is when you start hitting them out of 50s or superfractors. That's the only way that these inserts will actually hold some worth. So they're the camber inserts. We then have the F1 constructor crest inserts. Now somebody on Instagram shared one of those as well. I took a snapshot of it, and this is what the constructor crest cards look like. Now these are, I'm just going to call them logos. These are the F1 logos, and you can get the F2 logos as well. Something interesting though, the minimum that you can hit these in, you can't get them in base, you can't get them in refractor, or as far as I'm aware, non-numbered. The only way you can hit these minimum is out of 199. So there's only 200 of every single logo, and then you have different parallel versions like golds, reds. I'll show you in a second. Now, what do you guys make of these? I don't think they're as clean cut as what 2020 Chrome is, because 2020 Chrome has no borders, no information. It just has the company logo in the middle on a plain reflective card. What do you guys think of that? I'd love to hear your thoughts. These have like a darker tone with borders and stuff like that on it, but it's still nice to see the F1 logos return. We haven't had F1 logos for the teams for quite a few years now. Now, what's also interesting about these is they're making them quite rare hits. So we've got the out of 199s that you can hit, but also you can get them in gold 50s, gold waves out of 50, oranges, reds, printing plates, and superfractors. That's for all of the constructor crest inserts. We also have the same for F2. These are a 1 in 300 pack hit. Then we move on to F1 armor inserts. Now, I haven't actually got any images of this, but we would imagine that F1 armor, you think what protects them? Probably their helmet, maybe their suit, their gloves, maybe it could be panels on the car. I don't know. I would imagine though, if I had to put money on it, I would say it's going to be images of the drivers' helmets. These are going to be really hard hits. They are 1 in 961 pack hit, so you might as well say 1 in 1,000, and you can only hit them out of 50. Now, I don't think the out of 50 is going to be gold. I've put here that potentially they're going to be refractors, numbered out of 50. I may be wrong with that, but that's the minimum hit you can get for these, and the only other hits you can get are reds out of 5s, and then the 1 of 1 superfractors. That's it. So literally there's only 56 of these in the world. You've got 50 of whatever color it is. It may be gold or it may just be plain refractors. Then you've got out of 5s and 1 of 1 superfractors. That's it. There's only going to be 56 of each of these in the world. So if you want to complete an entire set, you're going to have to hope you hit a couple of these early doors. We then move on to the Futuro checklist, meaning the future. This is some drivers that obviously F1 and Tops have selected as what they see as the future of F1. So it doesn't just feature F2 drivers, it actually features F1 and F2 drivers that they feel are going to progress and move forward in the coming years. So we've got people like Iwaza, we've got Dennis Huger, Frederick Vesti, Jack Doohan, Logan Sargent, who's already in F1, Nick de Reeves, which has been in F1 and left F1 since, Oliver Behrman, which he's doing very well at the moment, and we've got Oscar Piastri, Ralph Bouchang, and Theo Pourchaire. They are all in the Futuro checklist. Again, these are 1 in 1,000 pack hits. You can hit them in refractor, in my opinion, and you've also got oranges, reds, and just superfractors. So there's only about 30 of these cards in of each one. These are gonna be super rare to hit. We also have hidden gems checklists. So they haven't announced the odds of these yet, and they haven't announced what parallels they come in. So I've left it blank so that you guys can fill it out as you go along, because right now we don't know. I don't know what they look like, and I don't know what they come in. So that's something to keep an eye out for. This one's a controversial one. Speed Demons. Speed Demons are making a comeback from last year. Last year, they looked really cool. They had like a red artwork with tire marks in the background, and it just said Speed Demons on it. This year, they've gone for this artwork. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment down below what you think of this artwork. This could be something that grows on me over time, but my initial thoughts are that I don't like it. It looks a bit gimmicky, it looks a bit cheesy. But then saying that, people said that about track tags from Chrome 2020, and now track tags, I would say, are probably some of the most popular cards in the entire F1 collectible card market. So maybe this will grow on me over time. Maybe in like an out of red, these will look really cool with that red sort of speed dial in the background, or even orange. I was thinking some of the orange parallels of these look cool, because you've got the orange writing in Demons, you've got the fire flames there and the fire flames at the bottom here. So maybe the oranges will look really smart on these. But personally, I'm not a huge fan of these. Sorry, Tops. It's the first negative thing I've said about this set. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Maybe some of you absolutely love these. Now, how rare are these going to be? They're 1 in every 6 packs. So we're going to see these all the time. These are going to be, you're probably going to pull about 3 to 4 of these in every box. So these are going to be very common. I believe you're going to be able to hit them in refractor form. We've also got gold 50, gold wave, orange, reds, printing plates, and 1 of 1 superfractors. Then we have turn up the lights. I don't actually know what turn up the lights are going to look like, but it says here that there are 1 in 1,351 pack hit. There's so many drivers here. Again, I've put that you'll probably be able to hit them in refractor. And then for these, you're going to have golds out of 50, oranges out of 25, reds out of 5, and 1 of 1 superfractors. That's it. So again, a very low print run of these, same as the armor cards. So they're all the inserts. Now, something to mention is that there's a ton of inserts. Like, usually a lot of these sets only have like 3 insert sets. This has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11 if you include image variations. 11 different insert sets. Usually we're used to 2 to 3 insert sets in every one. Then you have the image variations. This one has 10. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's a huge set. It's going to be very difficult to complete an entire set of this. The 200 base set will be very easy to complete, but to get all the image variations, all the armor cards, all the logo crests, they are going to be difficult hits. I'm telling you guys that much now. So make sure if you want to complete a set, you have to start taking part in box breaks and actually selecting what hits you need to get. So for example, if you want the armor cards, you have to start buying, I don't know, Albon as a box break, just so that you hope you hit one of his armor cards, and then once you hit that, move on to a different driver, because it's going to be really difficult to complete a set of them. So but there we go. Then we move on to the autographs. One of the main thing about hobby boxes for Chrome is that they have autographs. This year they're doing 1 in every 3 boxes, not 1 in every 2. So that means it's going to be slightly harder to hit autographs. That means in each case there should only be about 4 autographs per case, so instead of 5. So that means that we're going to see less autographs. but they've increased the number of autographs. Not only do you have the 20 drivers plus F2 plus team bosses, but they've also included in here reserve drivers. So we've got Antonio Giovinazzi, we've got Mick Schumacher, we've got Felipe Drugovich. He's not in F2 now. He won F2, but he's a reserve driver now. So like we've got reserve drivers in there. Stoffel Van Dorn, he's not in F2. Again, he's just a reserve driver. So they've made it a huge list this year. So there's quite a lot of autographs. Again, I actually think it's very difficult to complete an entire set of autographs as it is for any set. This one's even harder. So there you go, because there's going to be less of them, but there's more autographs to chase, so it's going to be quite difficult. Then we have the Futuro autographs, which are one in every 3,000 packs, which is insane. That's insane. But these again are future stars, I assume, because all of these are featured in the normal autographs. All of these are going to have a different stance. They're going to be, doing a different pose for these cards, I would imagine. So there's actually going to be 2 autographs for each of these drivers here. Obviously, the biggest chase is going to be Oscar Piastri Futuro autographs. That is going to be a really rare hit. And I've written down for these autographs, you'll notice that the autographs change at the top here because they don't have all 20 variations. They only have a select number of coloured autographs. These are refractors out of 50, green out of 99s, golds out of 50, gold waves out of 50, the best looking ones in my opinion, orange out of 25s, reds out of 5, print and plate 101s and superfractors. And then if we go down to the Futuro checklist autographs, they only come in refractor, orange out of 25, red out of 5s, and then a 1 of 1 superfractor. That's it. So that means there's only about 30, probably 30 or 40 of each one of these autographs in the entire print run. That is everything. I've just shown you about 50,000 different combinations of cards as quick as I could and as clear as I could. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm going to show you some of the different variations. This is an Ayrton Senna in mini diamonds. Now, this image doesn't photograph very well, but to be honest, it's very hard to video or photograph mini diamonds to make them look as good as they do in real life anyway. So I'm still expecting mini diamonds to look the absolute bomb. Obviously Speed Demons, I'm not too sure about that. I'd love to hear your thoughts. This, I believe, is going to be a celebration image variation. I don't know that for sure, but I'm just guessing. And this is a gold checkered flag, which is one of the ones that say hobby only. So this is a hobby exclusive parallel. So these actually are fairly rare if they do release like a blaster box or a light box, because you won't be able to hit these in those other products. We also have obviously what the autographs look like. This is the gold wave that I was talking about. This, in my opinion, is the best looking card. Yeah, that's something to keep an eye out for. This is going to be one of the main chases. This is going to be the most expensive card. Oscar Piastri autograph with the rookie card logo, especially in this Futura version. Well, not in the gold because you can't get it in gold, in the orange or the red. That is going to be one of the hugest chases of the year. As well as Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Ayrton Senna, Michael Schumacher, Nigel Mansell, David Coulthard. The list goes on and on and on. So there are some really rare hits. Now, I actually quite like that there's rare hits in here. It means that more people will have to buy, sell, trade with each other, otherwise, because nobody's going to be able to open up that many cases all to themselves to be able to hit one of every single one of these rare hits. So that means there's going to have to be buying and selling, which then creates a marketplace, whereas if the cards are just readily available and there's only 5 or 6 rare hits, the rest of the cards are deemed worthless and only those 5 or 6 actually go up in value. Where if we've got loads of different insert sets, all really hard to hit, everyone's going to say, you've got an armor card, I've got a Futuro card. Do you want to do a trade and add cash on top? That's my opinion on it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment down below what you think. I'm going to put the link to this spreadsheet up in the description down below. Like I said, if you appreciate the hard work that I've put into this video, please smash up the like button on this video. I would really love to get your guys that you like. I will do more of them in the future for future sets. I'm gonna add this to my website as well, so you'll have the checklist available on the website. I just haven't figured out how I'm gonna do it yet, but that's something I need to figure out. But I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm sorry this video's gone on long enough. It's very difficult to talk about 300 cards in 20 different variations in the space of like 5 minutes. So you know, I hope you guys have appreciated that. I've tried to talk as quick as I can, but that's it. Don't forget to like these videos, click subscribe if you're new to this channel, and also follow me on the Facebook group F1 Sports Cards, as well as Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Check out f1sportscards.com if you want to purchase any single cards, and make sure you join me for any box breaks or case breaks that I do live over on my Whatnot page. The link is in the description down below. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.